Hey there, my name's Angel.
I'm Billy, and we got Baby.
Hey! And thank you so much for joining us at the Natural Lifestyle Show today.
And today what we're going to be talking about, your food isn't what it used to be.
That's true, and this is kind of a serious topic. Even though we're in a good mood and we like to have fun, we're telling you this and we're bringing this information to you because we really do care about you. And
That's right.
we care about people, and we care about that they are not kind of deceived by certain things.
Yeah, very easily.
Yeah. And the way that some things are set up, okay, we want to talk about, like, for instance, the food system isn't what it used to be.
Not even the processing of food is the way it used to be.
Yeah, I mean, okay, for one thing, let's just talk about like this. This is what's like been on the forefront of our mind today. Is that there's certain brands that people throughout their generations of their families have grown to trust and really feel good about using. But with that being said, the food process of the way things are grown and processed, like Billy said, has changed. So you might be getting a different product, a different type of product, even though it's still behind that trustworthy looking label that you see there, because the trustworthy brand name or label means nothing.
No, I mean it really doesn't.
I mean, just because Grandma used it and Mom used it.
The things that was done 40 years ago is the same things that are being done today. Like we were saying, the processing is different. The things they put in it are different.
Yeah, for instance, we want to talk about, let's just take, for example, some of the commonly genetically modified crops. Okay, soybean, corn, sugar. Okay, now you might have maybe it's a brand of canned corn that was just like been used in your family forever.
Yeah, you grew up on it.
Yeah, just they popped it out for dinner, you ate it growing up. You were fine. I mean, everything was wonderful. Well, for about the last 2 decades, this is something relatively new that the corn's been genetically modified. And some of these studies are showing things like organ damage, tumors, and things like that. This is, even though it's the same brand label, the product is not the same. And so I want everyone to be aware of this. That, because we're human beings, they feel comfortable with certain things, they grow to trust certain people, things, and we can be kind of not seeing the whole picture of what's really going on.
And the thing of it is, you got to figure some of these products are cheap for a reason too.
Well, that's true, because, you don't have to have a whole lot of money to buy organic and non-GMO. You just have to choose different things and think of things in a different way. Like we talked about before, you get what you can afford within, what you consider to be food, which would be natural, non-GMO, organic, and for Billy and I, vegan.
You can go by the top 10 dirty list.
Yeah, you could do the Clean 15.
Clean 15. Yeah,
you don't have to buy organic of the Clean 15 unless it's like pineapple or papaya or zucchini or squash. There's a GMO these days.
Yeah, they've here recently started doing those.
Yeah, so you really need to educate yourself and be aware.
Cotton.
Yeah, and cottonseed oil, and a lot of processed foods. So even if you have some kind of snack food that you like, look on the back. Now, I just would say if it's not organic, I personally say stay away from processed foods, because I can almost guarantee that there would be a GMO or some ingredient in it. It's very instead of getting the cheaper things, you can go toward bulk type things, like even Whole Foods, which is an expensive store, could be, but they have a bulk department. You can get bulk beans, bulk rice. Just revamp your way of thinking, because instead of trusting a trustworthy brand, trust the word organic and trust the word non-GMO.
Right.
Because you don't need a familiar brand. What you need is facts.
You need that's exactly what you need.
Yeah.
And if it's organic, if it's non-GMO, and the thing of it is, there's a lot of products out there that may not be GMO. And Angel has found some that didn't advertise it, but we found some vendors that didn't advertise it. But by asking and researching, that's how you find out.
That's true, but
you need to put forward. It's a lot of work, but it's going to be worth it.
I have also found that some products that really you think would be non-GMO, and a lot of times they have the word natural on their package. This is a red flag. If you see something that says natural, but it does not address the GMO issue, in my experience, chances are it is probably GMO, because natural is a word that means nothing, that people put on packages to try
make it sound good.
Yeah, to make people feel good about getting it. Like, oh, I'm going to get this because it's natural. Well, you know, the dirt on the ground is natural too. Yeah. There's a lot of things that's natural, but you're not necessarily going to be eating for dinner.
That's right. So you got to watch these marketing employees that's out there, because they're just out there to get you to buy a product.
Without any concern for your health.
Yeah, and the thing of it is, you need to be concerned for your health. You need to make the right choices for you and your family.
And you're going to have to do it, and you're going to have to be diligent, because nobody else is going to do it for you. And nobody else is going to have to deal with the reactions that some of these foods can cause in your body. If you end up ill and can't care for your family, do you think it's going to have any impact on the people who sell these products?
I agree.
No.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
You're right. But the thing of it is, and you go to one of these stores and you pick out something and you're like, well, that's a little expensive. Well, how much is all these medicines going to cost later on?
Yeah, so many people are on medicines. Yeah, so many people are on medicines that are so expensive every month. And if you clean up your diet, you can put that money toward a healthy diet.
Agreed.
And then number one, you won't need the medicine. Number two, you'll feel so much better than you did before. Your quality of life will be so much improved. And you'll have more of a potential to be here to do what God has placed you on this earth to do, and to be here for your family and to care for them.
And the thing of it is, we know somebody who has changed their lifestyle just a little bit, and they said they're having more energy than they've ever had. So, we know we're on the right track.
And we know because we've been there. I think we just run down really quickly. We've come from a lot of health problems, diet related. Billy, mainly his was overweight. He never really had anything manifest itself, thank God. If he would have continued on the way that he had, he probably would have, because it's just likely that he would have. Me, I came from a lot of things that were going on with me: high blood pressure, high cholesterol, polycystic ovary syndrome, probably others. I mean, it was a lot of diet-related issues that have resolved with eating correctly and taking the GMOs out of my diet. And you have to educate yourself on a lot of different levels, because you have to learn how to read a label. And we're gonna get a label and go through a label with you probably next week. You have to learn how to read a label. And not just the calories,
everybody wants to look at what's up on top and not what's going on down here.
Yeah, the ingredients is much more important than what they break down.
Yeah, because calories, if you're eating right and you're eating, balanced meals, it's gonna weigh itself out anyway.
Yeah, I mean, we have video talking about nutrients that are depleted in the soils these days and things like that, and things that you might want to supplement from what we have learned personally. Because yes, the soil is depleted, and yes, a lot of these processed foods do have vitamins and minerals added because they are devoid of nutrients. They had to add in this, So a good rule of thumb may be to get if you have any concern about that, to get a natural multivitamin, and so eat a whole food diet and have a natural multivitamin is what I think is a good solution, But like we were talking about labels. It's not so much as people always, it's like a smoke screen, when they're like, oh, well, look, they're always wanting to move around this top label, but they don't want to talk about what's in it.
No. And, it's just like when you're shopping at the store. Have you noticed that the higher price items are usually up higher or at eye level and up a little bit, and the lower price items are down lower?
Oh, that's a marketing ploy.
It's a marketing ploy.
Yeah, but you need to learn how.
They know you're not going to look.
You need to learn how to read labels and know what is genetically modified commonly. You need to know, what good foods are to eat, what natural whole foods are. And know, like we said, I mean, it's just so important. So many people just think they can trust a brand name. And, also another thing we talked about is these companies are not even necessarily staying. Like, one company will buy another company and they'll be bought and sold all the time.
It could be a family business, and one who cared about it, which could have been the dad or the mom or something.
Yeah, they could have been out of the business decades ago.
Yeah, and their kids took over, and somebody come by with billions of dollars, say, hey, look, you sell us your business, and they're going to sell it to, the highest bidder. And, you're not going to know that. That's not going to tell you that on that label under new management.
Yeah, and things like, the sugar, the corn, the soy, unless it says organic, trust me, it's probably genetically modified. I mean, email the company. Go to their website. Look at their frequently asked questions. You'll see for yourself. And I'm telling you this because I care about you, and I'm telling you this because so many people are deceived. And it shouldn't be that way. Everybody should make their own decisions. And so that's why we made this video.
Here in this country, in America, I think we're one of the few countries that
don't
are not
label.
going to label something as GMO.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, so the government's saying, we're not going to have these companies put to let you know how they're making that food. So it's going to be up to you to keep up with what's genetically modified and what's not.
Yeah, and when we talked about being diligent and knowing what to look for, but once you do that, it becomes second nature. You don't have to continue on like you're on some kind of hunt all the time. You'll just know. It'll just be information in your mind. That's the way you'll live your life. And some people might say, well, does it really make that much difference? Maybe I don't care. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it's no use. But I can tell you that we basically don't eat GMO. I mean, we don't eat GMOs. If anything snuck into our food, it was from some pollination or something like that, or a mistake. But it does matter, and it matters, to improve your diet and improve your health. Because, like I talked about, we've overcome a lot of diet-related issues, especially me.
And we don't want to go backwards.
No, and I've seen what it does to other people, and yes, it matters. Yes, you matter, and yes, you don't have to live that way. So, I suggest that you educate yourself and learn to live in a very, very healthy way as best as you can. And us being Christians, we believe that, that God wants us to take the best care of our bodies as we can.
Your body's your temple.
Yeah, I mean, He put us here for a reason, and He wants us to honor the things that He's. I mean, we are His creation, and and the world is His creation. We're made in His image, and He wants us to, act like it.
That's right.
Yeah, and even though, that this world is not, we live in a fallen world, but yet this is a world He gave us stewardship over, and we should care for it and do everything in the best possible way that we can.
And start by caring for your body.
Yeah, start by caring for your body, caring for yourself, because in you making good decisions, you will be making decisions that have a domino effect. You make the decision with your pocketbook. Well, then if you support people who grow non-GMO, then that is going to get more and more people interested in growing non-GMO.
That's going to get it back into stores.
Yeah, and even like we talked about earlier, if there's less GMO out there, there's less GMO to even pollute the organic crops.
Agreed.
Because the pollination can, kind of pollute the GMO.
Cross-pollination.
Yeah. So, I mean, it'll be less of that happening. There'll be less of them being grown, healthier people, and just, more awareness. We need more awareness. So please educate yourself on all these issues. And
or you could hire us as your...
Oh yeah, we do health coaching, so you can go to our website, check that out. Also sign up for our newsletter, follow our YouTube videos, because we try to share as much as we know, and we do research all the time on all different kinds of topics to share with you guys.
Social media.
Yeah, we have social media. We have a group called Living the Natural Life on Facebook. So yeah, I mean, we care about you, and we don't want you to just, say hear a little thing like say, yeah, I buy things that say natural, and I trust this brand because that's what my family's always done. No,
it doesn't work that way. Your family didn't always eat that one brand.
Yeah.
Because somebody took over or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's not what it used to
changed.
be.
Nope.
The food system changed, and like we talked about wheat, you can click to read about wheat and the problem with modern wheat. You know, even I think it was like a few decades ago, maybe 50 years ago, maybe like in the 1950s or something, I think this new super gluten wheat came out. So yeah, I mean, your great-great-great-grandparents probably did eat the wheat, the sugar, all those brands, but it was not the same food.
Same thing you're eating today.
It just wasn't. So these
they're
days,
trying to make it faster, quicker, and it has no health benefits to it.
yeah, I mean, and I mean, with the non-organic farming too, the soil is getting so depleted that our nutrition is just going downhill. So, you know, the way to keep healthy and to keep the world healthy and to keep the people healthy is to support organic.
And we do every chance we get.
So do not find comfort in the brand names, find comfort in the word organic.
Yeah, find comfort in what you know is going to be good for you.
Yeah, and for your
That's the bottom
family.
line.
And like Billy says, when in doubt, leave it out.
That's right. If you, I mean, you know, and if you see, they're really big about putting these big names on there and don't have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
If I don't know what it, if you cannot tell me what that is, you know, you got to put some kind of scientific name on it. That right there tells me I don't need it. When in doubt, rule it out.
Well, that's true. Most of the time, you should know how to pronounce your food.
That's right. You know, I like to know what I'm eating.
Yeah. Well,
If it says corn, I want it to be corn.
and non-GMO corn.
That's right.
And prefer
Non-GMO corn is not corn.
And-
I mean, GMO corn is not corn.
not to us. That's not our criteria of food.
That's not food.
No. Well, we could go into a lot of things, but look up if you want to know more about GMO corn. We're going to make a video about GMOs, but if you want to know before we do, just search for like GMO corn, pesticide. Basically, it makes its own
Modified.
pesticide and all kinds of stuff, and the bugs won't touch it. So a lot of people say people shouldn't touch it. So
Yeah, if you know, if a deer's running out in the cornfield and it's not eating no corn, I know I don't want it.
yeah. Well, there's even been like people put up corn like a GMO stalk and a regular stalk, and the squirrels will go to the regular one and they'll just have like eat a little few pieces off the top of the other, because the animals know, they know.
Yeah, you know, if they're not going to eat it, why would I?
Yeah.
I mean, you trying to tell me that the squirrel's smarter than I am?
Well, and also, you know, I guess that we do know because we have the studies.
We've had. The
I mean,
studies
well,
are
us
out there.
personally don't, but you can access it. You can look it up. You can see what the studies say. Make your own decision.
That's right.
But we've gone on far enough today. But we just really wanted to tell you this.
Well, time has come to an end.
Yes, this video has come
Oh,
to an
okay.
end. But yeah, I mean, this is something that we're passionate about because, like we said, we don't.
You can tell.
Yeah, we don't want anybody to be lied to or to be deceived. Or to
Do your research.
or to have bad health problems and just live in ignorance of things that could improve their life. You know, so do your own research. You know,
Don't be a guinea pig.
Yeah, I mean, we're not any kind of doctors or specialists, and we're not diagnosing, curing, treating anything. But we're telling you our experiences, and we always want to spur you on to make your own decisions.
Get out there and do it.
Do your own research, be proactive, and care. And we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.